so quickly that they turn into plasma. And that plasma is hotter than the surface of the sun. So we need a way to protect ourselves from all that hot plasma. Well, thankfully, on the back of the command module, actually surrounding the entire command module, is this brown material that you see right here. And this brown material is called an ablative heat shield. Ablative meaning it was designed to burn and char and vaporize away, taking all that heat with it, so that the command module can be protected. It was thickest at the back, so it's the back part of it that's going to take the brunt of all that heating. So that's great. We have our method of slowing down the atmosphere. We have our method of protecting us from the plasma, the heat shield. But there's another problem we got to figure out, because we can't just aim for anywhere on the Earth. I mean, the Earth is a pretty big target, right? You think you can just aim for the dead center, kind of like darts in a bullseye, and you can't miss it, right? Well, we actually can't do it that way. It would actually be disastrous if we did it that way. If we aim for the dead center of the Earth, we would be hitting the atmosphere pretty much at a perpendicular angle, which is way too steep. The atmosphere would get way too thick, way too fast, and we would burn up regardless if we had a heat shield or not. That's like getting into a car, speeding up to 100 miles per hour, and then crashing into a brick wall. That's not good. We don't want to stop on a dime. We want to stop gradually. So whenever you go up to a stoplight, you ease on that brake pedal, so you slow down gradually over a longer period of time, over a greater distance. When you finally stop, you're going at a nice, comfortable speed. Well, that's essentially what we want to do here. Instead of aiming for the broad side of the Earth, we're going to aim for the edge of the Earth. When we aim for the edge of the Earth, we hit the atmosphere at a much safer, much shallower, much more diagonal angle like this, so that we go through more of the atmosphere and slow down gradually on our terms. But we got to be careful, because when we shallow up our angle, we don't want to go too shallow, because if we go too shallow, we'll actually skip off the Earth's atmosphere like a skipping stone, and that'll take us into a crazy orbit where by the time we finally get back to Earth, all of our life support would have been depleted on our command module. So, like you just saw, we can't go too steep. We can't go too shallow either. There's a sweet spot right in between that we have to hit. That sweet spot was called the re-entry corridor. The re-entry corridor at this scale was about the thickness of a credit card and a half. That's how tiny of a target we had to get back home safely. And as the name corridor implies, it is a three-dimensional target that we have to within certain angles. Thankfully, in all the missions, we hit that re-entry corridor, but here's the final problem we need to figure out. Because we actually need a way to steer this thing, believe it or not. We actually need to do a little skip maneuver to manage our peak heating, manage our G-forces, and we need to use this maneuver to narrow down our landing site to a designated spot